band wraps around big face bill. Rubber band wraps around big face bill. Big face bill. Big face bill. Rubber band wraps around big face bill. Rubber band wraps around big face bill.
The camera's not on.
Rubber band wraps around big face bill. Big face bill.
Well, hey, what up? 5150 is alive one more week. Over here, damn, did I get cut off?
Nah, you just got a short in that side over there.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we here, motherfuckers. What's up? 5150 in full motherfucking physics.
Yep.
Talking about all this shit. I got here early today, so we was able to chop it up on a lot of this fruit booty behavior. Looking at these pictures on Twitter and shit. Oh, we just taught Zoe how to capture the pictures on his phone.
I didn't know how to do that shit.
Every day's a school day.
Bobby, do your phone capture pictures or yours come with a camera?
A Polaroid.
It probably does, man, but I wouldn't know how to do that shit, man.
We're going to go through that. That's the T-Mobile iPhone-ish. Anyway, fuck it.
Come on, man.
All right. Bobby, what was that shit you was talking about? Bobby got some shit sort of like what Darlene used to do. Luke's talk about bullshit.
Well, actually, I'd like to affectionately call this segment of the show the Negro News.
All right.
And in the Negro News this week, the federal government charged 25 people in Baltimore, including correctional officers, with scheming to smuggle drugs and cell phones into the Baltimore jail. The Black Guerrilla family, also known as BGF, ran the enterprise from inside the Baltimore City Detention Center. The charges included conspiracy, drug possession, and distribution, and money laundering. And in their spare time, they arranged for the sale of pussy, drugs, and arranged for hits on the outside. And the moral of the story is there's the caught and the uncaught.
I wonder how much pussy costs in jail, because I know motherfuckers will pay whatever for it. Them motherfuckers who only been in there like 2 months, be fiending and shit. I wonder, man, I'll pay what I got. What about them motherfuckers who been there like 4 years and they like, man, fuck some pussy. My niggas got my back.
Literally.
Boys in the Hood version of Shawshank.
I get my shit pushed in. I'm straight now.
Oh, God.
You know, this really shouldn't be that.
Don't knock it till you try it, nigga. No, I'm just fucking with you.
This really shouldn't be surprising news, because you remember many years ago in those old mafia films like The Bronx Tale and The Goodfellas and all that, they would show how you could get anything in jail that you really wanted to get.
Right,
you know?
right.
And so it looks like the brothers done caught up with the program, man.
Them TV shows. Can you really get pussy in jail?
From the female guards. But no, they arrange conjugal visits in certain situations.
You got to have that paper, dog.
But
that's what Mercs, though. Yeah. Oh, no
You
doubt.
got to have that paper. If
No
you got
doubt.
that paper, you
No
can
doubt.
pay.
No doubt.
You still got to pay the bitch when she get there, but you got to pay somebody to let the bitch in.
But that's what I'm saying. How do you smuggle the pussy in?
You don't smuggle it. They probably set it up where it's like some type of visit from a counselor.
Yeah.
The counselor in a booty outfit twerking and shit. You like, this ain't no damn counselor, but fuck it. That's fucked up. What if you get an STD from a bitch and then you pass the STD through the whole jail?
Jeez.
Not beyond the possibility, that's for sure.
That sounds like the down
Man,
low.
my nigga been cheating on me, man. My dick dripping like a motherfucker.
Lord have mercy.
My nigga cheating. What kind of shit is that?
Let that bitch come visit him, nigga. You said we was solid.
Oh, damn.
Also in the Negro News,
Never
there
go
was
to jail.
An episode at a McDonald's. I don't know exactly what city it was in, but it was it went viral on YouTube.
What you talking about, that fight?
Yes, sir.
It's New York City.
Was it New York?
New York City.
Wow. Well, it was a spectacular scene, that's for sure. These two lesbian women decided they were going to grow nuts on the spot. And
I do a joke about that on stage.
How does it go?
I tell these women who are bold enough to fight men, which never made sense to me, when you see a man, 40-something years old, working the cash register at McDonald's. That motherfucker is not to be played with. That motherfucker's at the bottom of his life. He will fuck you up, as them bitches found out.
He'll take it all out on
That
you.
motherfucker ain't got no time to be bullshitting with you, bitch. This motherfucker is behind. He got a 22-year-old job. That motherfucker is not playing. He will kill you.
I didn't really see to implement that closer, but you told me off the air that it was a fry pan that he struck them with.
He
Fry
beat the,
basket or
He
something?
beat the bitches damn near to death with the fry basket. Google McDonald's beat down. Them bitches got thrashed. As they should have gotten
Did he go to
thrashed.
jail or did he get off? What happened to him?
From what I was told, initially they took him to jail. But then all the charges were reversed and the bitches went to jail for hopping the counter at McDonald's.
So when they hopped the counter,
they-
he was within his right to defend
Well, the
himself.
bitch slapped him.
Wow.
And he slapped her back. And them little bitches thought they was bad. And they hopped that counter.
And disappeared after that.
Them bitches got boiled with that fry basket. The fries wasn't the only thing cooking. That fry basket. If you listen to how the fry basket sound when you hit a motherfucker with it, that's funny in itself. I bet them bitches won't hop a counter again.
Hey, I got a question for you. This dude sent me a post on Facebook asking me to ask you a question. It's about the definition of a simp. He was like, what is the real definition of simping, and what does that mean?
Wow, that's a good one.
I'm trying to pull it up.
Bobby, you ever heard of simp?
No, I thought you said pimp.
That's what he said. Can we get the definition of a simp or simping, please? And maybe an example, because he feels like a lot of people don't seem to get it.
Well, did you interact with him at all?
Nah, I mean,
I never heard of it, as you could well imagine.
I think the definition of a simp is Tiger Woods.
Oh,
interesting.
Oh.
That is a pretty good that's the best definition I can give you.
Just
a
him.
motherfucker who will go on TV and apologize to the world because he want to be accepted for fucking bitches and he got millions. Get the fuck out of here. You out your mind. That's some simp ass shit to me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Interesting.
Break down the word simple, Bobby. This is my Zoe voice. You break down the word simple and you stop at simp.
And there it is.
Simp is the noun in pull. Simp, easy. Pull, to take something. You take easy shit. You're a simp. That's my Zoe breakdown.
Well, you done found your second calling, man. Yeah. Educated.
A simp is a simple nigga.
Right.
Okay.
Simp,
Freddie Swole tells us that out of the chat room.
right. A simple nigga. That's another way.
Okay.
I mean, it's a lot of simps.
For sure.
Is it more simps than regular guys?
That's
I
a
would
good
wager
question.
so. I would wager so.
And has everybody been a simp
At
before?
some point.
Yeah.
Is that like everybody plays the fool? Something?
Yes. Everybody.
Including him. And Cuba, if you out there, I want my motherfucking money, man.
Who's that? Cuba Gooden
Senior,
Senior?
pay me
He owes you money? Talk about it.
with interest. Now that's one time I ain't got no problem putting somebody on blast. Man, he been owing me money for 20 years, man.
Well, what happened?
Well, we were working on the book. Everybody plays the fool, and
Oh, shit.
it just got out of hand, man. We went to Barbados, New York, did a lot of research. He took the side bitch to Cuba, because his father was originally from Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
Not from Cuba. His father was from Barbados, but he went to Cuba. And we were just tracing his family roots. And he got sidetracked, man, and got to spending money that belonged to both of us. And it multiplied and quadrupled.
Damn.
And then he disappeared, at least, by his...
I want to ask you a question. I got to ask this, being the type of guy who have had issues with people fucking me over and shit like that. How did he spend your money?
Because he got it first. See, what he would do is, we had written enough of the book that he was shopping it. And we had a 60-40 deal.
He was shopping the book.
And getting money. Okay. And by the time I catch up with him, You know, it was, I got you, man. I got you. I got you. And so that went on for a while. He would, you know, chip at me. And that was right after Cuba Jr. had won the Academy Award. So
You should have sued him.
Man, you know how many people done sued Cuba Gooding? Shit. Ain't nobody collected nothing, man. He's a clever motherfucker. He just keeps moving. He got people here putting money in, you know. He's a New York Harlem brother, man. He's slick as owl shit. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I would have still put in the lawsuit if I got a 60-40 deal with
But
you.
see, what happened was the book never got completed. Okay. The book never got completed.
You know I'm trying to bite my damn tongue
No, you
off
gotta- no.
with this incomplete book shit, right?
Well, I'm 1 out of 3. I'm 1 out of 3, and the 31st of May, I'm going to be 2 out of 3. Okay.
Well, somebody just sent me a definition. They said, according to the Urban Dictionary, guy that claims they are players / pimps, but when they are with the girl, they spend their own money on them, their time on them. They tell them they love them, but the bitch is playing them.
That's most men.
I was about to say then most men are simps.
Simps. Yeah.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned the progression of that relationship and how he ended up getting out like that. Because
Who that?
Cuba. Because he hired me as his road manager to finish the book, right? So I went out on the road with this play, Be Careful What You Pray For. That's how I met Thomas Miles. And eventually Jay Lamont, who introduced me to you. Okay, probably a year or so after that. And we was in Houston, Texas doing the play, and he did a simp thing, okay? He missed the turn because he insisted on driving. And then we had a couple of the ladies in the cast with us, and he gonna be the big guy, and get to cussing at me. And I told him, I said, man, you know, we really don't roll like that. And he thought I was, you know, just talking shit. And he kept trying to talk to me like I'm that kind of guy you could talk to like that. And I told him to pull that goddamn car over. Oh, you fired, motherfucker. I said, get my money together, okay? And he had problems doing that. So we was in Tommy's hometown, Houston, Texas. And I'm standing backstage after he so-called fired me, and he can't get rid of me because the room's paid for the week, and that's how I met Jay Lamont. Tommy introduced me to him, and we hung out for a few days. And I did get my money from the show, but he owed me at that time $20,000, and by now that's about $60,000 based on the rates of interest and penalties and et cetera, et cetera.
Well, I tell you like this, Bobby. When somebody owes you money, never ride in a car with them because you gonna get mad. When somebody owes you and have not paid you, it's time to cut off relations with them right then and there.
Yeah.
Because if you wait, it only builds into tension.
Yeah.
And that's how niggas kill each other.
Well,
Because that's really, that's just how it go.
how we
When a
kill each
motherfucker
other.
owe you something,
That car
you can't
ride.
be around him.
yeah.
Right.
Because if that motherfucker buy a soda pop, fuck you buy a pop, nigga,
You owe
and
me
I ain't
money.
got my money.
Right.
So hanging with anybody that owe you money is detrimental to the health of both of you.
What's that you got?
Right. That motherfucker can't tell me shit you owe me some money, goddamn. My daughter graduated. I don't know how that bitch graduated and you owe me $40. That's how life goes.
Let me ask a controversial question. We were looking at some pictures that came from, I guess, World Star or something like that, of the Kerry Rhodes guy, the football player. You said he was cuddled up with a dude in a canoe.
On vacation.
On vacation.
Yeah.
My question is, can a dude be a simp for a dude?
Of course.
You know, buying, treating the dude like it was a girl.
Especially these gay
That's interesting.
people in the NFL. I call them blew out ass athletes. They can be simps as well because let me tell you something. When you a sucker for some shit, you a sucker for some shit.
Wow.
Most shit that you just feel strongly about and not tolerate, you get away from that shit fast. But some shit you interested in, like a career, et cetera, shit where you stick around knowing that you're getting played,
That's some simp shit.
that's some shit. Ain't nothing you can do.
Sounds like a conformist, a go along to get along type nigga.
Right.
That's
Go
most
along.
of the niggas in the chat room. Gang of simps with no daddy.
Shots fired by Zoe.
Raised by a gang of grandmamas.
If you're in a relationship, with a woman, chances are you have been a simp. You have been simped by her because it is, in my opinion, natural for women to be manipulative in their behavior. So simp is some shit that you can't avoid.
Gives into the demands of a woman. That's a simp.
Yeah, men are more simps than females are. Females are born pimps. They start pimping in the nursery. I'm finna work this nigga for his lollipop his mama just gave him. But we get called pimps, but really the females are the pimps.
Give us an example of how females pimp the simp.
Most women earn income by fucking.
Most women.
Wait, go, give me more. Go deeper.
Most women are getting a check or receiving goods from a man by fucking. I will validate marriages, but if you're not married to her and you give her shit, or she get a check because of whatever reason the government want to justify giving her a check, you've been simped by a woman.
Interesting. I wonder.
That's changing. That dynamic is changing generationally. And what I mean by that is this current population, people between 18 and maybe 30, girls are not as inclined to think like that.
Right.
What do you mean? Not to know their whores? Is that what you're saying?
Well, you can put it that way, but what I meant by that is they have been raised in a totally different environment where their expectation is to be able to go out and do most of the things for themselves that men used to do for them.
Well, it's just like I said when I came in. I did a joke, and I want to say this. I did a joke on Twitter about if you rape a bitch and it lasts long, she won't be as mad when you through. And it offended some people, right? Especially it was a lot of women who were saying some shit like that ain't funny, or you for abuse of women, and all that shit. Now, being the clever motherfucker I am, I apologize. I said, because I ain't got to stand on shit. If it was too much, it's too much. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, everybody ain't gonna hit a home run, but I say stupid shit.
Yeah.
So I said I apologize to all the women that I offended who have not aborted an innocent child. So that basically made me apologize to about 150 women out here in the world.
Let me ask you a question. Do you use purposely, and I know you do this, but I want to get it from you. Do you use being a comedian to say or to validate some of the foul, off-the-cuff shit you say? Can you just run back into, well, I'm a comedian, I'm an artist? You know?
Well,
I see a lot of comedians
doing that. If I wasn't a comedian,
doing
I still was the type, and it really started like in the grammar school, high school. Silly shit I think of, I say it, and some of it is for shock value. I think people try to run with something you say like, oh, he for abuse of women or something like that. I'm going to tell you something. A lot of the people who were saying something was ugly bitches. I'm just keeping it real. I was looking at their pictures. I was like, it's mainly ugly bitches and homosexual men that was saying negative shit to me. Because I was looking at the nigga. This was one nigga say, man, you ain't shit for that, man. You for abuse to women. But this nigga had a lot of cocoa butter on his lips. I said, man,
So
I have given the sissies and the ugly bitches
a platform.
right. They trying to run with it. Because confident people, even if they said, it was some people like, they was like, oh, nigga, you did too much right there. Stop that shit.
Right.
Them confident motherfuckers. Yeah. But people who are not confident will try to turn you into a villain. Try to turn me into the simp. Wow. But it's hard to turn me into a simp.
Is that like what happened with Tracy Morgan when he slipped up and said, you know, remember he did the comedy bit about his son. If his son came home and he was gay, he beat his ass. And
then they made him apologize?
And then they made him apologize and do the gay tour.
Yeah, because he belongs to the system.
Wow.
His checks come from the system.
And even though he apologized, he still got kicked off of Third Rock or whatever that show was.
Because his main source of income comes from the system. A lot of people whose main source of income comes from the system, they have no choice because they have a way of life they don't want to give up. I live in the hills now. And if I don't apologize, they may take my means so that I can't live in the hills and I got to go be
back in the jungle.
Yeah. I'm in the motherfucking jungle right now. So I don't give a fuck. You don't have those bargaining chips over me. I have not gotten to the point where I'm like, oh, I don't want this taken from me. You see what I'm saying? Wow. And I really doubt if I ever will be up so high. Not like
that you can be bought.
It's very difficult to buy me because I'm telling you, man, I don't need what comes from destroying my soul. I don't need it. I'll be like, fuck it, I'll do without it.
Yeah.
Long as there's bitches who going to college, I always have somebody to get something from. It's lost bitches in college. They're not teaching them bitches how not to be lost. So I'm going to always have something. You can't stop me. It's always
an opportunity, an angle.
Insecure, obese bitch with a degree. I know how to run this motherfucking game.
Hey, Corey, I want to retrace a step back to that McDonald's story for a minute and ask both of y'all this question. Do you think the commercialization of Superwoman, whether it be in advertisements or Superwomen in film, has any connection to the kind of behavior that was displayed at McDonald's?
I'm trying to get Zoe a chance to speak, but I'll say something.
No, go ahead.
Bitches do think they're invincible because that's a man that lady slapped, and when he slapped her back, her being a woman, she should have backed up and been like, oh, hold on, this motherfucker don't play. But because she believes that she is Superwoman, she believes she has rights, she believes that whatever, I'm safe. That bitch hopped that counter and damn near got killed with a fry basket. That mean the mortician is gonna be laughing like a motherfucker while he putting her face together like, what the fuck happened to a fry? Somebody beat this bitch with a fry basket? You gotta remember the morticians are sitting there putting you together for your family. And they gonna laugh like a motherfucker when them little fry basket wire things, and they know that's what happened to you. Putting your face together, putting makeup over your fry wire jaw ass for fucking hopping the count on a motherfucker. You a stupid bitch.
Oh my God.
The reason I asked that question, I saw a commercial yesterday. I forgot if it was for a movie or some product, and this girl did about 7 flips. Knocked this guy across the room, and he had on some skinny jeans or something. He jumped up and just kind of like, wow, she just kicked my ass, you know? And I was like, whoa, where are we going with that kind of shit, you know? It's
a double standard in American culture, and we all know that. The double standard is it's a lose-lose. Men shouldn't hit women, but women, in turn, can hit men, and you're a punk if you hit a woman back. Now, there is research out there called the Conflict Tactics Survey.
Hell no. Let me put that shit in my phone.
A lot of
Conflict Tactics Survey.
Yeah, a lot of sociologists will use this, even though they say it's not a good measuring point, but it's the best tool that they have. So they haven't created one. And the reason why they say there's a flaw in it is because it doesn't account for force. When men hit women, we break them. But according to the Conflict Tactics Survey, women are far more violent than men in intimate relationships. They initiate far more violent encounters than men do. It's just that men get to a point where they boil, and when we boil, we snap, and then when we snap, we break. So we can absorb them and their punishment, but they can't absorb ours, which is why men are villainized over women. But if you look at, the instances of violence, it's women to men far more than it is men to women.
During barbaric days, this was not a problem. The conflict tactics survey did not exist because before all this bullshit where motherfuckers like Barack Obama and people who do things that they know aren't right, they stand up for things that they know aren't right. It's the politically correct thing to do. Before that, if a woman hit you, she would get her ass whooped where she will never hit a man again. Because
not even in
common
her mind.
sense will tell her this motherfucker will stomp me unconscious.
Yeah.
Well,
But
and
because
women-
they have no fear of being stomped unconscious now because of society's protection, women will try you. I was arguing with a bitch at the rent-a-car place. Look, this is a black girl just fucking with me, trying to take a picture with me and shit. I'm like, baby, look, it's been a long night. Please leave me the fuck alone. Because she just was real persistent. She would not stop.
Right.
So I got to the point where I say, leave me the fuck alone. So this bitch get mad. Because, she can't get her way, and I said, leave me the fuck alone. So this bitch get loud with me. This is a bitch who work at Budget Rent-A-Car. And I'm walking away as I'm talking because I ain't got time for it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But the bitch talking shit, I'm talking shit, and this middle-aged Caucasian woman walked up to both of us and said, you guys are too loud. And that's when, what's that shit you called it again? The conflict shit? What?
Tactical
survey.
Yeah. That's when I knew. I didn't even know that word then, but I knew. I was like, this bitch is taking advantage of being in society where there is help.
Right.
If I stomp both of these bitches out.
But
I can whoop both of them.
To be
but
honest,
I'm just saying.
But to be honest, women need that protection.
Yeah, because they'll be dead.
They need that protection.
Well, I think they'll be dead in this society because I'm saying back, there was a time where a lady knew her place.
Right. Well,
that's
let's
my
just say
world.
it another way because
that was my world. The place he's talking about was my era, and it was clearly defined. It was a look, and now they define it like he talked about that
conflict tactic survey.
What that spawns is a flight or fight syndrome. That's what they call it on the sophisticated level. But it's a look. When your eyes get real wide,
right?
People need to leave you alone,
right?
Because you get ready to cross that divide, and you're not coming back,
right? And that's a good point. When you say women knew their place, I think they also knew their power, because women understood.
They didn't have
it don't have to go this way. It don't have to go this far. They recognized the signs. Yeah. They understood energy, and then they could change the energy by being a different way.
Yeah, submissive
now,
is the word that you don't want to use, but that's what it was.
Well, it could be submissive, but now the testosterone levels in women have risen to the point where back in those days that you're talking about, women outlived men because all of the stress was on. No. There's a new research, there's a new study out that says women, the age life expectancy is equal to men now because they're
when are they starting that?
But it all makes sense to me.
But that's because
bitches always be at their husband's funeral.
That's right, at their husband's funeral. He's saying it's leveling off.
It's leveling off. It's leveling off because testosterone levels. It's leveling off because
that's what he said.
Yeah,
this really gonna piss people off. Let me say this: Ray Caruth went to jail because he had one of his homeboys kill the girl he had pregnant. Mm-hmm. All right, that's just flat out. That's what happened.
Right. That's what happened.
Now, this is what's not in there: the details of what the girl did.
Are we gonna justify what he did, Corey?
I'm not to justify what he did.
Okay,
But I'm here saying
we don't condone Ray Caruth's actions.
You don't.
But
you don't.
You do?
I want to get a chance to say what I got to say.
Oh, let's hear this.
This woman was not his wife.
Uh-huh.
He told her, I don't want no kids by you. I can't afford that. Whoop-de-woo. her belief in the system to protect her got her killed, in my opinion, because she didn't feel like he would do something to protect his assets. And just because I said that, which is my opinion, it makes me the villain, because there's always another way to look at things. And I'm not trying to make a right out of a wrong, but I understand that them NFL players look like they got a lot of money. But they don't.
And most of them
and
go
he had
broke
one
shortly
baby.
after
Right,
leaving,
he had
yeah.
one baby, I heard already. So here's another part of his check about to be
big
subtracted.
chunk of it, yeah.
So he was trying to save his assets.
But that still doesn't justify.
The tragedy is the woman died, and before they got the baby out, the baby had damage mentally. So the baby is
Deformed.
He's deformed,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah.
Now,
There's
look.
winners. There's
But-
no
but-
winners.
That's what I was going to say. That's
Yeah.
a lose-lose situation.
But
all
here's a
around.
fact I want to throw in there. The number one cause of death in the hood is abortion. So because he tried to proceed with an abortion, he's a monster. But if she would have just had an abortion, okay, I understand. I see what
So
you're saying.
it's cool when it's her choice, and it's wrong when it's his.
And
Is
it's
that
both
what
of
you're
they
saying?
baby.
Callers 323-965-1600.
We got to take a break. We want the callers to speak on all what we said. Try to remember it, write it down, jot it down. As soon as we come back, we're going straight to the phones. 5150.
Wow.
motherfucker. Hey, you can't win the ring if you get rid of your good motherfucker. Hey, what up? We back up in this motherfucker. Let's go to callers and shit.
Yeah. Who we got on deck?
Callers.
First of all, we want to apologize for that pussy ass beat. I don't know where the fuck that shit came from, but let's hang that motherfucker outside. All right.
Get a rope.
Hey, who this? This Corey Holcomb 5150 with the crew. Who this? What it do, man?
What's the A-Town?
Atlanta. Thank you, brother. A lot of motherfuckers be getting mad at me, but I ain't finna switch this shit up. What's up, man? So, what you say? You in Atlanta, right? Hey, man, look on the schedule for Uptown Comedy Club. I'll be there in May. Hell yeah. I think it's in the middle of May. I'll be there. I think it's the 14th, 15th, 6th, something like that. I'll be in the A. At Uptown Comedy Club. They probably got a website. Google their comedy club, but I'll be there. That's what's up. Hey, you know what? That's what I do. I try to say the shit people thinking of, man. So it's all good, man. Which one? The last one where I had on the tuxedo?
I think we lost him. I think, phone booth.
It's all good.
I don't know.
Atlanta, y'all fuck with me when I come up there to Uptown. I already know it. Atlanta fucks with me. When I go to Uptown,
that's it.
I'm about the whole premiere be there, motherfucker.
What's the premiere? What's that?
I'm talking about like motherfuckers like Ludacris. If they in town, they come fuck with me.
Oh, premiere.
Yeah,
Okay,
I appreciate that.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, this is the 5150 show. Who this?
Soul
up,
Wonder.
man?
What up?
Hey, Soul Wonder, how are you?
To who?
You talking about that shirt?
The Clippers thing. No, they was giving them out last night at the game, man. You know, I'm a broke motherfucker, man. I be taking T-shirts and shit, man. Yeah. No, I can wear this goddamn T-shirt, but not at the game. I didn't have this shit on at the game last night.
Might as well wear the winter shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, I asked him if he switched sides, too.
No. I'm 100 with the Memphis Grizzlies because they ain't got nothing to do with basketball, man.
You got about 2 more games to chill.
Kiss my, man, we're going to take 2 in Memphis. We taking 2 in Memphis.
They gonna win 2 in Memphis.
And then they coming
with
back
Mike
here.
Conley Jr. as the point guard.
Yeah.
Now, Memphis is in trouble because they don't have a go-to guy. They got rid of Rudy Gay.
Yeah, man, we going home.
They big men. They big men is good. Conley Jr. is not the point guard who finna lead you.
No.
I didn't say
nothing.
Okay, I get you on that. But to answer your question, bro, I have not switched up on nothing. I'm 100 with the Grizzlies all the way till the wheels do fall off, if they fall off.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
And Brother Zoe,
Yeah.
I got a question. Is it possible to identify what a ratchet woman looks like?
Wow, what a question.
Isn't that, well,
What you were talking about earlier in your show, a little bit about toxic relationships, a little bit people being toxic. How could you identify a ratchet woman?
but see, there's a ratchet mentality, there's a ratchet look, and then there's ratchet behavior. And when you get all three together,
It don't take.
I'm
but
not
one.
saying that I'm some type of messiah, but most bitches that I think ratchet before they open their mouth be just what the fuck I thought they was. Every once in a while, I see a bitch where my mind be like, Look at this old ain't shit bitch. And then she'd be like, hey, Corey, how are you? Whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. Talking like she got some sense. I'd be like, damn, I was wrong like a motherfucker.
But that's rare, right?
But most bitches, when I see them bitches, I'd be like, this bitch ain't about shit. And just like I thought, as soon as they speak, Corey, what the fuck? I'd be like, bitch, get your bum ass out here.
Well, let me go, fellas. People apparently in the chat have a problem with being on. So,
Man,
y'all
that
be
ain't your
good.
problem right there. We appreciate the phone call, man, and you keep calling the brothers, man.
Thanks a lot for calling, Soul Wonder. They used to have this song Tila used to do. He used to have this one verse in there where he just basically say, bitch, if you ain't fucking, leave.
That was a song?
It was a verse in the song.
Wow.
And I thought it was a powerful verse. I thought it was a very powerful
It
verse.
was quite poignant.
If you at a motherfucker house and you ain't fucking, leave.
That's not a bad philosophy.
It's just most men ain't got the balls to say it. Maybe saying ain't got the balls to say it is not a way to put it. Most men are not of the heart to just say it like that, but they're thinking it.
Sugar-coated it,
right?
man.
But they're
You remember
thinking
what the
it.
fuck you
I'm
said.
trying to
Yeah.
say it, but I'm just saying.
So you're saying basically men are just not interested in anything that women have to say or thoughts or feelings.
Use
other
your
than the
pussy to get to know me. Your pussy is how you get me to listen to you. Until I fuck you, you aggravating me with your presence. How about that? Does that hurt? Because it's not meant to hurt. It's just the motherfucking truth.
God damn.
Once I deem you as a ratchet bitch, you have no other bargaining chips. Why the fuck are you talking to me or my dog?
So let's do
My dog can't say it. That's why I'm saying it.
So let's do it the other way. What makes a woman not ratchet? What are the things that a woman who isn't ratchet brings to the table that are different than the ratchet woman? Because obviously a ratchet woman only brings her vulva.
Low mileage vagina. That's a way you can.
So that's like dick consciousness. Be aware of the number of dicks you've had.
No, bitches
And keep
who
it
need,
low, right?
Bitches who need dick intervention cannot act like they not ratchet, because if your dick, if you have received
Dick intervention.
multiple dicks in a month, you ratchet. Is that fair to say so?
No.
So they not ratchet if they have.
Not for having multiple dicks in a month.
I think we had a
Why
double
would that make
standard
her
too.
ratchet?
Well, I'll put it like this. I'll change that.
Yeah.
If you have received 3 or more dicks in a month and not gotten paid for them, you are ratchet.
Oh.
Wow.
That's a qualification.
You are ratchet.
But wait a minute.
I got respect for whores who hustle their vagina to come up in this world. That's a respectable thing. Now, even though there are men out here who won't respect you, I think they are lost. But a woman who hustle her pussy, this her thing. Look, nigga, I sell pussy. What's up? I will patronize your business if I feel to. But I have respect for you for being who you are and being honest about who you are.
But isn't there a double standard? Men, we get to fuck as many people as we want, and we're
Not
praised and
anymore.
lauded
No,
for it.
no.
Listen to what he got to
women
say,
do
Bobby.
it.
Listen to it. Listen to this.
And if women do it, then women are considered whores.
I mean, are you lost in time? That was
No,
30
I'm
years
just saying,
ago.
there's
that
a
they
double
would
standard.
whisper that kind of shit. But now they will straight out call you a hoe, a male hoe.
That's an oxymoron, as Jeff
No,
Brown
it-
would say. There's no such thing as a male whore.
Well, that's what they call
We're
it.
celebrated for fucking as many as we can.
Not any longer. No, sir.
There was a time where if you
can talk
I'm
about
saying amongst
your man.
men.
Huh?
Amongst men, we're
I ain't
celebrated.
never heard no man.
there was a
Well, how
time.
many of them is it left?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, you ain't doing nothing. I'm just talking.
Go ahead, finish.
You make your point, Bobby.
No, it ain't that many men that's out there hoeing like that anymore, man.
Maybe we should get some female callers in here who may beg to differ.
There was a time where if you wore a skirt over your knees to church, that was considered a bit much.
If it was above the knee.
If it was above the knee, that was considered a bit much to be in church like that.
And you would get checked on it.
By the pastor.
Right.
And the
Not
sisters
just,
of
not
the
just,
your
right, not just the
fast ass.
sisters of the church. The pastor would be like, please cover up.
Right, right.
Now,
What you think this is? A
dressing
brothel?
like a whore at church is trendy. You can come to church with stretch pants on,
That's true.
showing that monkey, showing that fist hanging right up under that motherfucking pelvic bone. That fist be blew out like a motherfucker, man. This bitch knuckles look like they doing the wave. And something wrong with you for saying something to her about that.
Have you seen the video, the YouTube video of the woman who's preaching with her breasts out?
Yes.
I haven't seen
Is
it.
that the point you making right now?
What is she preaching about?
Bobby,
She preaches straight out the Bible.
We gonna show it to you,
She
Bobby.
preaching.
Bobby, I know you ain't seen it. When you see it, you gonna say, I can't believe the audacity. Or what's an old word
And
you
I'm
use?
telling you,
What's an old word for audacity?
Temerity. Yeah.
temerity.
Temerity.
Yeah,
Or,
it's a great word.
what would they say in the old school?
Gumption.
The gumption.
Yeah, the gumption. Yeah.
Well, I never.
Right. And I'm
This
telling
bitch nipple is showing
peeking out.
as she preaching because she dressed like a whore and is unaware. Not even aware. You can tell, Zoe, she not doing this on purpose.
Oh.
She don't even know she a hoe. Trying
think
to
she
act
do
like
know.
she. I think she's oblivious to the fact
I think
that
she do know.
you shouldn't even be dressing like that, trying to get somebody attention.
That's
When
a
it
great
comes to
word.
preaching.
That's a great word. The unmitigated gall.
The unmitigated gall. Thank you.
Just
whoever-
titties
whoever that
all
was.
over the
right.
place.
What a lousy bitch.
And she's a reverend. And God says forgive, and nipples is
Tangerine
just
is a
dangling.
reverend. You remember Tangerine?
I love Tangerine.
Tangerine is a reverend.
A reverend?
She got it off the internet. You can go on the internet and pay to become a real reverend. She has the right to marry people. Being a reverend ain't shit.
Who is Tangerine?
Being ordained ain't shit.
Right. All that shit for sale now. I'm just putting you up on game. A lot of people don't know that
Tangerine
shit.
is a radio personality, actress.
A woman who dresses very revealing.
She was on Speedy's Comedy Corner
Speedy
with me
Comedy
and
Corner.
Corey years ago. Foxhole.
Yeah.
Right.
And she's a reverend.
Now.
We'll show that monkey in a minute. And I ain't dissing her because I don't dislike Tangerine at all.
Tangerine's good people, man.
In
Always
fact,
been.
Tangerine, body-wise,
Bad.
one of the best bodies on a woman.
Ever.
Watch this. In L.A.
Mm-hmm.
And you know it's some bad
LA,
motherfuckers
yeah.
out here, right?
Yeah, it's true.
One of the best bodies on a woman in L.A.
Well, you
I'll
saying it like
co-sign
you
that.
mean
But
it.
she show that monkey off and you bringing it in the name of God. That's what I will say to her. And she would laugh if she was here because she know I'm right.
In the name of Jesus, I bless you with the vision of this monkey.
God wants you to embrace this wound and treat it like you pay it. Anyway, let's get another caller.
We got
on here.
callers.
Yeah.
Hey, caller, this is the 5150 show. We talking this shit. You dig? Who this?
What up? This is Mr. Team 5150, the Music Man 82, repping Naptown.
What's up,
What up,
man?
Mark?
Naptown?
All
You
right.
got it?
What up? What up, Bobby?
What's up,
OG?
Matt?
What's
Right.
up, Zoe?
What's happening?
Somebody said she got a widescreen forehead, though. They talk about Tangerine. That forehead is Lamar Odomish.
Hey,
but-
Corey, I just wanted to thank you
She's attractive.
for
She
giving
is.
me the information, the back page.
Oh, yeah, you be getting that pussy on, don't you?
Man, I just got some head today.
Backpage.com,
I
hoes.
talked the bitch down to $31.
I believe you, and that's good that it's bitches out here. No, it's bitches out here who trying to make it, man. And they need to. They are respectable women. They come through. They work out the deal with you on the phone, and when you get there, you $20 short of that. But the bitch, you done already came here. You might well go and take this 2 20s in this balled up one. Let me skeet on your purse, bitch. Get the fuck up out of here.
Hey, you know, one other thing I want to say about these women arguing at men and stuff and all in their face pointing. You know what can solve all that? What went on is the fathers ain't take them girls by both of their arms and hike their ass up in the air and tell them to shut the fuck up or whip their ass like that one dude did.
He went to jail.
And that's the problem. To me, if men would discipline their daughters, they would value and respect black men. I'm talking about in the black community. But most of the time, these chicks is being raised by their grandmothers. They being raised by their basically they mamas who basically, like Corey said, and kick the daddy out the home before he can give him the game.
Right. Or the dude has a baby by a woman that he has no love for. And when you have no love for the woman, it affects the way you act with the baby, in my opinion. Your tolerance for the woman is at zero because you don't know her or have no love for her. So the seed that comes out of her, you just tolerating that.
But I will say what the caller is saying that's interesting. It's not just a father disciplining his daughter. Sometimes it's just a father's presence. See, I haven't whooped my daughter a lot. I've whooped her maybe once or twice.
How old is she?
She's 13.
And you whooped her when she was young, too,
yeah,
right?
when she was young.
Yeah.
So, but
that's when you got
my daughter explained it to me once, because sometimes my daughter has a little quick mouth.
Say what she's saying.
But she'll have that with her mother, but not with me. And I sat my daughter down and my son down with their mother, and I just basically said, explain to her why you guys don't have that quick tongue with me. And my daughter said it before my son did. She said, because he has a shorter fuse. We don't have a lot of room to mess around with him. With you, we can mess around a little more. So they push the fences with mom.
Is this a woman that you live with?
This is my daughter telling her mother.
You never live with her mom, right?
Right. But she's explaining to her that why she doesn't, give me any extra. And that's because, when I say I'm not kidding or I'm not playing, they understand that. And then they fall back.
Do you think that it might have something to do also with you not living with them, so they don't want to cut off your visits?
No.
Have you ever thought of that?
I just think they respect me. Like when you see my son is the type of dude, he's on the basketball court. He's a hell of a basketball player, but he tries harder when I'm there. He wants to prove to me. He respects me. The one thing that my children don't want to do that I've observed is they don't want to let me down.
But you don't live with them,
right? So that's presence, though. But that's everyday presence, whether I live with them or not.
No,
that's presence.
no. I know you're present in his life because you're always talking about him and bringing up what he does. It shows that you're proud of him.
But it's presence. It's there.
You're there. You're around him.
Yeah.
Are you around him more than the daughter?
No, they have the same mother.
So when you go through, it's like a one-stop. What's up, y'all?
Hey, what we doing? What's the agenda? Are
you had a daughter with you also?
Yeah, she's there too.
Oh, okay. That's amazing.
But you know what, Corey?
What up?
I don't mean to interrupt y'all, but before I get off, fuck them pussy-ass motherfuckers on Twitter talking about you wrong for that, and them cake-ass men on there talking about you shouldn't have said that. They just trying to put them ugly-ass bitches up high that wouldn't give them the time of day any goddamn way. Fuck all them motherfuckers. I'm about to retweet your shit right now and talk shit to them motherfuckers.
Hey, you know what? That exactly what he's saying is how I feel. It's just I'm glad somebody else is saying it.
Right.
Thanks for the call, man.
It's a million other motherfuckers feel the same way, but thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk. I appreciate it.
Hey, man,
thanks for the call.
Support man.
I know niggas front for bitches because this lady had this thing at her house that she does once a month where she have little get-togethers where everybody be sitting around talking, and it be a room is half men, half women, and everybody go around in the circle and say something. It'd be about 25 people. Mm-hmm. It's actually an interesting concept, but them motherfuckers was talking about men's duties around the house, and this dude say, man, when I come home from work, it don't matter if my woman ain't had to work. I'm going to wash the dishes. I'm going to clean the motherfucker. He's talking all that shit. And I said this, and people said they want him to leave. They actually kicked me out of the place. I said, you saying that to make these bitches happy. And them motherfuckers act like I said, everybody was like, ooh. But it was the truth.
How long ago was this, man?
This was probably about 5-6 years ago. I can find that group out here in California. I can find that group. It was a goof ass motherfucker talking about what he gonna do, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. And then, even though I left, it was motherfuckers like, that shit was on point. That goof ass nigga was saying that shit for them hoes. But I wanted to say to them, but in front of them hoes, y'all didn't stand up for me.
That's
So I
even
know
worse.
what
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I know how I go. Niggas front for bitches.
Oh,
That's right, Corey Bad. Get your pussy ass out of here, nigga. I'm your dream nigga.
Is that a form of simping when they say when they show out for girls?
Hell yeah, that's simping. What else would you call that?
That's worse than simping, man. That's some betrayal ass, Benedict Arnold ass shit right there, man. Damn,
That's
man.
beneathin'.
Woo.
Beneathin'. Yeah, that's a new one. Beneathin'.
You a beneathin' ass motherfucker.
I wish Rooster would have been around for that.
Breakdown
one,
of the
boy.
word beneathin'. Beneath,
I like
under, in. You're under in some shit. Beneathin'.
Beneathin'. I like
We're gonna
that.
start breaking down words on the 5150 show, y'all.
Have we offended the
Somebody
sisters?
say I run your water ass nigga.
But is there something wrong with that?
What?
If it's the woman of your dreams, do you run her water? Or are you simping if you
Whoa,
do
whoa,
that?
If I'm running-
whoa.
Go ahead, Bob.
Wait a minute, now. There's a difference between running water. That man said that she ain't got to do shit, and he's still gonna work 2 jobs and come home and cook and clean and
But
shit.
is there something wrong with that?
If I'm running your
What's
bath
right about it?
water,
I'm asking.
no, I'm saying if I'm running your bath water, it's because I want my dick sucked an hour. Not the regular get it hard dick suck. I just want to lay back. I don't want you to look at me.
You want to
I'm
fall asleep with her?
I'm gonna invent something called the stomach block, where you put this big ass thing over your stomach. You can't see her. I don't want to see you. I just want to feel your throat on my penis as I watch this movie Prometheus all the way through. That's all I want. I want to see the alien die at the end.
I want to see all that
All right, I don't want you to come up and talk to me until either I nut or Prometheus go off. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Wow. So you saying if the woman is doing whatever it is you want her to do, you'll do certain things like wash the dishes, run her bath water, but she got to do some things for you. So name some of the other
Let me tell you
things.
something. I'm the type of man. If I have claimed you as my woman,
Right.
I'm gonna do shit for you off GP
There we
to
go.
show you that I chose you. You ain't gonna have to say much. Like, I mean, every once in a while you want something in particular. You can let me know that. And if I feel like, you worth it, I'll do that for you. Because that's the type of motherfucker, I really am.
Right.
But I'm not feeling a nigga doing shit and acting like he supposed to do this to be a good man. That's sucker shit. You saying that shit for a reaction.
So you're saying the dude that does things that he really doesn't want to do, but he's doing it for the woman's approval, is a sucker.
I feel like he's a manipulative.
A manipulative.
A manipulative person
Got it.
and not a genuine person to do it to get a reaction like that and act like you're above other men who might not do that or don't think like that.
And look down at men who don't.
Right, your
yeah.
shit is scheme. You don't stand up in front of a group of men and women and say, when I come home, my girl whoop-de-woo. You trying to act like you something special. But the fact that you had to say it like that shows me you's a goof-ass motherfucker. That's how I feel. You a goof-ass nigga. That's what we call
Our
them
homie Kumo D said, everybody can't be special. Because if everybody was special, then special ain't special no more. It's
That's some
regular.
real shit. I love Kumo
He said
D.
everybody can't be
I
special.
always get my Kumo D. I saw Kumo D in the elevator at the mall, and I was so happy to see him because he was one of my favorite rappers. And he acknowledged me and everything. He was like, oh, hey, what's up, man? And I was like, hey, what's up, Kumo D? And then it was a quiet moment on the elevator. I was like, damn, he ain't happy to see me like I'm happy to see him. I want to be your friend so
No, you know what that
bad.
nigga told me? Because I told him that. He was like, I ain't fucking with Corey Holcomb. Niggas start cracking jokes and shit. I ain't ready for that right now.
Right.
He's like, I ain't fucking with him.
I get that because you know what I'm saying? I feel like he beat LL in that little battle back in the
Oh,
day.
hell yeah.
I feel like he beat him.
And
You know about that, Bobby?
I saw it on Unsung. That's when I saw Zoe on
Oh, I thought you was over old boy house, Rooster house. Watching that shit on his black and white TV with an antenna coming out that motherfucker.
But you know, before we go to break, you know, he dropped that cool Mo D thing. And you remember my buddy D Bradley, right?
Yeah.
R&B singer. He wrote a song that spins off of what you were saying in terms of the outcome. And the title of the song was "How Did I Wake Up with a Stranger?" That's how you wake up with a stranger.
Wow.
See, when you make somebody special and they not special, you're going to wake up with that motherfucker one day and you're going to go, oh, shit, god damn.
What did I do? Yeah.
I never respected men who got their own crib, but they spend the night over other bitches' house. That don't make no sense. Stop kissing that bitch ass. Say, bitch, I'm ready to go. I'm nutted. I'm ready to go. Fuck you, bitch. I'm gone. Hey, we're going to take this break. We'll be right back. 5150, y'all. In the house. Motherfuckers be scared to tell that bitch.
Yeah.
Yo, 5150, we back in the motherfucker. His house.
Are we really?
Ooh.
I don't hear
Yeah.
that.
Shit.
Oh, there we
Testing,
go.
testing.
Yeah, here we go.
Testing, HIV testing. Yeah. Shit, man. We
We just saw the future. That's what the fuck we just saw.
Yeah. We got a video
And it's
that
bleak.
we are proud.
Are we proud?
I'm very proud to show this because people need to know.
Don't be proud of this.
People
Is
need
a
to
fucking
know.
tragedy.
No, it is. And I wish it wouldn't have happened.
God
but I'm
damn.
proud to show this because people like to act like
It ain't going
women
on.
are victims.
Wow.
This is proof.
Or beyond reproach.
This is proof that a lot of bitches ain't shit. Is that a good way to say it?
This bitch ain't shit. For
Well,
sure.
this one for sure. For sure.
And it
I could
it
find-
reflects probably a percentage of people
When
that I
y'all
don't
sh-
want to admit that's out there.
When y'all show me this, I'm telling you, man, I can find
This is the first time I've ever
50 videos like this on YouTube. If you go through YouTube, you will see just as many ain't shit bitches as it is ain't shit men.
But just because we see all of these videos doesn't mean that represents the majority.
It doesn't represent the majority.
Because the good people ain't out making videos of their good deeds.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question, Zoe. This is good, too. I'm glad you said that. Out of all of the females you ever met in your life, matter of fact, you ever fuck with,
God damn.
all the females you ever entered, how many of them, what percentage would you say are moral people?
God damn.
You hate to answer that because the truth is we should be ashamed of ourselves because we fuck trash.
But it's true.
Just like women fuck trash.
It's true.
But the fact that men ain't trash is what they put on blast.
Right.
But trashy, right,
They have that little, but you're a woman and it's okay.
right.
Angle that men never have.
Bitch is adding to the destruction of the world because her children will grow up in her presence. Wow. Her children will grow up in her presence, which is a crime in itself. Are we able to show this video?
This video is a horror.
Okay, show it. Everybody, we showing a video of a lousy bitch. What happened?
Watch out. Now what was said? You gotta go up to her face. Go up to her face.
Go up to her face. A girl who bigger, obviously.
About 2 or 3 years when it really makes a difference.
Get her.
Look at mama. Get her.
Finish what you started. Yeah, you started this shit. Just go ahead and kill this bitch.
Look. And I will tell you this. I will go as far enough to say this. That little girl who is fighting, that's an ain't shit bitch right there.
Right
at
now.
At that age.
Right now.
Because a moral human being, even if they mama pushed them into fighting, you will see the hesitation. You will see them looking like,
This ain't right.
this ain't right.
Right.
That little bitch had a smile on her face before she went over there. That little bitch ain't shit.
Right.
And I recognize that about little kids, and I'll be the nigga at the barbecue breaking the shit up, saying, come get this little ain't shit bitch and her ain't shit mama the fuck away. And you know what? People will say you bad for saying that little girl ain't shit.
And are they going to go after this mama the way they went after the father who whooped his kids for
Didn't even
twerking?
whoop him. He wasn't even, man, that man wasn't putting no damage in on them little girls.
yeah, it
Them
wasn't
little girls was embarrassed more than they was hurt by that thing he was hitting them with. But that shit right there, that bitch mama, bred a ain't shit bitch.
You know what else is involved in that?
Or whoever that lady was that was talking. I don't know if it's her mama, but
All I
assume
know
it.
is
The
the
color
little
line
girl
is
who
in
got
that
pushed
mess,
off
too.
the off of the air conditioner.
Little
Yeah.
light-skinned girl.
What if she falls and hits her neck, breaks her neck, and
Yeah.
dies?
Hold on. It ain't even just that. If that little girl was with her father, would that bitch would have been like what was said? Nope. Because they know. It would have been some shit.
Fuck off.
That bitch is a bully.
these-
She's a bully bitch.
These kind of mamas is teaching them how to pop their pussy and twerk and drop it and get your eagle on, and they also teaching them how to fight at that age.
But I'm a bad person because I call it. Bitch, get your monkey ass out of my face. I love saying that to bitches.
I want to throw this out here.
I was
to
in Chicago. I got to say this. I ain't going to lie, man. This shit be happening to me. I'm not lying on this shit. I put this on everything. I'm going in the bathroom. This girl, she was a female comic. I don't know her name. She had performed that night. Did I say this? The bitch jumped in front of me.
In the bathroom?
No, when I was going in the bathroom, and I was like, hey, what's up? And then she was like, hey, you follow me on Twitter or whatever. I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. I'm heading to the bathroom, baby. But this bitch stood in my way. I was like, baby, you in my way. You in my way. Let me go to the bathroom. I'm still being nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the bitch stood there. She was trying me. When I said, bitch, get the fuck out my way, that's what made her move.
And you instantly became a no good, riding dirty.
But I watched it, though. I was like, why did it have to go there?
Or if she may have felt like you love her. Sometimes women love chaos and drama, and when you can show them some, they feel like, oh, I got to him, and I like him now.
Man,
Well, so that's what she loved.
Yeah.
She loved chaos and drama. Because my eyes showed that bitch, if you got hit by a car, I'll be mad that I had to watch you get hit by the car. I don't give a fuck about you, bitch.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to go through all that shit watching it.
Having watched that video, I want some callers out there to give us a reaction to what you think you saw. What I saw is here in 2013, the color line is still a factor in our hatred of ourselves, man.
Dark skin, light skin.
Oh, man, the way that girl did her, that's her mama telling her, look, I wish that was my daughter, but since you my daughter, kick that bitch ass just for being light-skinned.
Wow, I don't know if I got that, but that's a
felt
good
that,
point,
man.
man.
I felt
Light
You
that.
know
skin,
what,
dark
Bobby?
skin.
I ain't even knocking that. I think
felt
that
that,
could
man.
be it.
Right,
It-
I didn't even
you
see
couldn't
that.
see the lady,
Yeah.
but
you look
I
at her
bet it was an
daughter-
ugly bitch.
Oh, you know it, man. And
Ugly bitch. You ugly bitch.
She don't like that girl or her mama.
Yeah.
And told her, go over and finish what you started, because the little girl didn't do shit to her that
Try
we
to
can see.
fight a child.
Fight her, pushed her off that damn air
The
conditioner.
only
man.
reason that dark-skinned girl is alive is because her mama had too many abortions to have another one.
Wow.
So she was like, I'm going to have this
She
bitch
was at her
and-
limit?
and pit bull trainer.
And she said, oh, my God. But you know, you said something else that is striking, though, it's true. The look in that girl's face, that was some genetic hatred.
Right. Didn't it? Come on,
She
man.
went at it 1,000, man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
hitting a
He's
little
lying.
girl
Yeah.
that's smaller than you.
Look at these lines. They're going
Oh,
Man,
crazy.
get the callers in,
Yeah.
man. We're gonna try to get everybody
Golly.
in. Hey, what's up? 5150, talk about it.
What's going on, Corey? How you living?
Hey, what's up, bruh? Who there?
Just chilling. It's Travis out of L.A. What's going on, Zoe? What's going on, Bobby?
Hey,
What up, man?
man, what's
What's
up,
up?
T?
Man, I'm going to make this real quick. I know you got people waiting. Just touch on the women knowing how much power they have. I work down in the valley. I'm a security guard. I do the graveyard shift. I work from 12 to 6, 12 to 8. And a few weeks ago, I get a call from a resident talking about he hears all these noises coming from the third floor. I need to go up there because he hears a female screaming, talking about, oh, my nose is broken. Get me some help. Somebody please help me. So I rush over, you know. I'm walking through the hallway. I don't hear anything. So I hit a dispatch. I'm like, hey, look, I got a call from this resident. I don't know if it's legit or not. What you want me to do? They call the police, all right? Police hit me up from the front. I go to let them in. We go back to the hallway. So we walk into the hallway, and the dude who was involved in the altercation is just drunk, waiting in the hall, you know what I'm saying, banging on the door, trying to get back into the apartment. The police handcuff him, put him up against the wall. They open the door. This little blonde chick is sitting inside with a big old black eye, all right? So the cops was like, what happened? She says, he hit me, whoop, whoop, whoop. I want you to take his ass. Cops trying to get his side of the story. He's like, man, I ain't touch her. So they call the paramedics. Paramedics come through. The paramedics checking her out. They got the flashlight in her eye. All right, what happened? She says, he hit me about 30 minutes ago. They said, you're lying. He might have hit you, but he didn't hit you tonight because your eye would be swollen, but it wouldn't have got black that fast. So she says, okay, for sure, I'm lying. He hit me a couple days ago, but he pissed me off tonight, and I still want you to take him. She says this in front of the police. Yeah, I lied to you, but that doesn't matter. I want things to go my way. So the police is like, all right, we're going to get his side of the story. Now, because he was drunk and belligerent, he couldn't really defend himself. But every time he starts speaking, trying to say something to the police, she's on the inside of the apartment yelling, you motherfucking lie. He ain't even saying nothing yet. But just the sound of his voice is irritating her, and she's just yelling. So the police is like, this lady is unstable. So then the police say, well, you know what? You can make what we call a private person's arrest, meaning that she can make basically a citizen's arrest, because in the state of California, I guess if the police got to respond to a domestic and there's any sign of an altercation, they got to take somebody, or they can't take somebody, whatever the situation. I don't know what it's called.
I just ordered a violin off
just
Google, nigga. God damn, nigga. What the fuck happened, nigga?
Hey, all right, my fault, Corey. I'll tell you, I'm trying to make it quick. So basically,
Christ alive.
the police tell her, look. So the police tell her, you can make this private person's arrest, whatever. She says, all right, cool, take him. The police say to him, you can make the same thing. He says, all right, for sure, take her too.
Okay.
As soon as he said take her too, she said, can we drop the whole thing? The police almost balked that. You know what I'm saying? She said, can we just let it go? Can we act like nothing happened? The police actually talked about it because she said it. You know what I'm saying? As soon as she was about to go, as soon as she was scared.
Okay, we get it. The bitch had all the control in the situation.
That's all I was
basically.
trying to say.
That's
Caesar.
what
That's
you
it.
said.
My fault,
God
man.
damn.
Nah, it ain't your
your
fault,
time.
man. You didn't know.
Shit.
But look, when you be at home, dog, if you be talking to your kids or your girl and they be like, I'm just fucking with you. Hey, man, thanks for the call. But yeah, what he said is true, though. A lot of times the women are in control at the scene unless you get some officers that really want to be neutral. Because I have been in that situation, but it was 2 female cops that showed up. I thought I was gold, but they was questioning the female. Like, oh yeah, well, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. And she didn't know what to say because she wasn't used to somebody asking her. Like, oh, whoop-de-woo. So, bottom line, they just was like, look, we can take both of y'all to jail, or you can just drop it. And that bitch said, well, take him to jail. They was like, no, if somebody go to jail, both of y'all go to jail. And then the bitch said, drop it. I was laughing because I knew what they was doing. It was 2 female cops, too. I was so happy. I was like, damn, a triumph.
Did you go back to this woman ever again?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the dumb shit we do.
No, but I wasn't with her like that after that. Okay, I'm going to just keep it real.
Yeah.
You already have.
I went back.
No, this bitch had a Best Buy credit card for me, man. And I was trying to settle that before I cut ties with you.
Niggas ain't shit, too.
Hey, man, that Best Buy, I owed like $1,500 on that motherfucker, dog. I had to be with that bitch till she paid it off, man. I'm just saying, man. I don't act off emotion. I act off logic.
Best Buy credit card.
Yeah, dog. I ain't got that motherfucking Sony video camera. I was like, I ain't about to cut this bitch off, and I know this bitch gonna pay for this card. I know this bitch gonna look out for me. As soon as she calm her crazy ass down.
Oh, shit. Callers, you're on the 5150 show. Holla at us.
Hey, this the 5150. Who we got on the line?
Boy, we ain't shit.
Somebody say I had a flat screen on layaway. I had that Sony video camera. I knew that bitch. She was an erratic bitch, but that bitch paid for shit. Why you think I was erratic bitch? She ain't look like shit. I was embarrassed the police saw me with this bitch. Because they paused before they said something. They was like, you open the door, they looked at her, they was like, damn, anyway.
Who?
All right.
This nigga here.
All right. Hey, is somebody on the line? Hey, what up, y'all? Who this?
What's good?
What it do, man?
What's good, man? This is Vic from the mill, man. What y'all on, man?
Milwaukee?
Yeah, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, man.
What's up, brother? What's the weather like out there?
Man, it's raining like a motherfucker, man. Raining and cold, man.
Nigga,
wish I was over there out there, man.
Right, I ain't coming back. I love Chicago and that area, man, Milwaukee, but, man, I'm tired of the winter time and the rain and all that. Fuck that.
Man, shit about to break, man. When you coming back to the Midwest, man, niggas up here ready to die in the city. You come this way, man. I hear you talking about South Carolina and all that shit. You ain't came this way now.
Man, I'm going to be in Chicago in June, man. I'm doing the House of Blues. I'm trying to sell out 4 shows.
June.
Yeah, in June. They're going to start having the radio advertisement, but we might add Milwaukee on.
Might as well.
Yeah, you might as well. Shit, niggas ain't trying to drive down there.
Right, I got love for Milwaukee, dog.
How far is that from Chicago?
Milwaukee
ain't but an hour away. Milwaukee,
yeah.
Well, people who drive the speed limit, it's an hour and 15.
Go back a little bit, man. You was talking about like the system pay all these people all these people, man. What you talking? What's the system, man? Like back when you were talking about like Tracy Morgan and shit, you was like the system.
I'm talking about like these TV stations. Like what channel does Third Rock come on?
That was, I think it was NBC.
NBC, National Broadcasting Company, man. You don't want to stop their checks once they start giving them to you. You know what I mean when I say that, brother?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
They get checks from the system.
But that little girl, man, her mama needs to be hung on that ass, man. That was some bullshit, man. Encouraging kids to fight, man, especially like that. And that looked like it was a family situation, like
they were not no family.
Barbecue or something like that.
It might be a family barbecue, but I do feel like it was stemmed from envy and hate, starting with the mama.
Right.
Starting
her
with the
ass
mama.
Need to be hung. That bitch ain't shit.
Anybody who know that bitch, call us and let her know. I want to.
You know what? I have a question, and thank you, caller, for the call.
Thanks for calling, brother. Milwaukee in the house.
Would you say that it is the women in a family that keeps up, A, the unforgiveness, and B, all of the mess that gets passed down from generation to generation? Or would you say it is the men that pass on shit like that?
Well, Bobby, you want to say something?
No, I was trying to digest it, first of all.
I tell you this, man. All you women who go to church every week, I want you to actually take some time to read the Bible and see what the Bible has to say about you. Because women have been called demons. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but
and I'm saying, like, I see witness. I bear witness to that. I've seen more evil from women than I see from the average man, because men have a respect for what can happen. Niggas know we kill each other
quickly.
We will kill each other dead.
You know what's the
women don't feel that they will be killed as fast.
You know, you're making such a great point. This in the animal kingdom. Say you got two big ass bears. These motherfuckers just posture, right? They don't actually come to blows with each other unless they have to. Because they know if we come to blows,
somebody going out of here.
But they need that film, though.
But even
by the water hole.
Right.
You know what he talking about? The bears walk past each other like this. They walk hard, letting you know, don't fuck with me. I'm just here for some water. Right. Don't fuck with me, man. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're talking about, Zoe. But women will step to your cup and touch it. And then when you bite the bitch head off, you an evil motherfucker.
Well,
you killed that lady. You know what you didn't even ask what this bitch did to me.
Look at them.
This bitch, while I was asleep, put her finger in my ass. I'm gonna kill this bitch. You don't wake a nigga up like that. Not no real man. You don't wake no real man up with the Pillsbury Doughboy shit. Niggas should never wake up like, fuck that. A bitch will try to justify, you got a G-spot in your bitch, don't you ever touch my asshole. That's why I don't even wash my ass that good. Bitch, you broke the barrier of shit that I left in my ass to keep you away from my asshole.
That's why I don't wash my ass good.
I hate motherfuckers. I see you. Hey, Dap, whoever you is, motherfucker, like Corey liked it. Fuck you, nigga.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, hey, we got a caller on the line that is.
God damn.
We have a female caller. Let's get your game face on.
Hello, welcome to the 5150 show.
Thank you. Go deeper.
Hi, this is Lisa from Buffalo, New York.
All right.
What up, winter time? I know it's
Pudding
about
pop finger.
4 degrees out there.
It was 48. We had barbecue today. It was good.
Oh, that's what's up.
I'll call in first to say, Corey, I just thought you were in violation with that Ray Carruth's comment totally out of pocket. I'm not
Can you
speaking of
explain why?
anybody's dead child like that.
Great
So.
wall.
The
of
child didn't
tears.
die.
The daughter was killed. That was somebody's daughter that he murdered.
Oh, you talking
that he
about
had
the
murdered.
woman that was killed.
Right. That's somebody's child, right?
Yeah, that's somebody's child.
Okay, so that's what I was saying. Also, you were saying about how women need to be responsible for what a grown man do. I mean, like, women should be responsible when they get pregnant. But what about the man who goes in there and shoots up the club and knows for a fact that he does not want to have a child, but yet he's fucking her raw and busting off in there? So I don't understand,
I see you trying
why
to
is
make
it
a
always
good
the woman's
point. Yeah.
situation? Why is it her fault?
You want to say
She got
something?
pregnant, but he didn't want no kids.
No, I see exactly what she's saying. She's basically saying men are responsible for going in women raw. And we are. We should cover up all the time. But it is the woman who allows a raw dick in her, one. And two, it is a woman that after you get bust in, decide to keep the child. Now, if we ask women, if we poll women, you seem to be a pretty smart woman. If you poll women and say, name 3 character traits of the nigga that busts in you. Good character traits. If she get to hemming and hawing, why should she not then be held accountable for holding a baby? Because if you don't know what kind of nigga you got, or if you do know what kind of nigga you have, you should never put it on the dude and say it's your responsibility. If you know that ain't a no good, ain't shit ass nigga, and you still keep the baby for reasons like he light skinned,
fucked him. How
or
about
he
that?
cute, or I always said if I ever had sex with a nigga and he went raw in me, I would keep the baby. What kind of family building concept is that? Yes, men and women are equally responsible, but in different ways. But at the end of the day. At the end of the day,
But I just want to hear you.
it's the woman's. But at the end of the day, it's the woman's final decision that overrides the dude, that overrides the guy, because ultimately he can come to her and say, you know what? Fuck this whole situation. I'm stupid. I'm irresponsible. I busted you, but I don't want a baby. And if she goes, well, fuck you, nigga. It's too late. I'm doing it. Now what?
That's the chance you take when you fuck with a bitch. Fuck with a nigga and she can't get pregnant. That's the chance you take. She can't
Did
get
you hear
pregnant.
what she said? Fuck with a
grown
nigga,
man
then you can't get
knows that
pregnant.
if you put your penis inside of a woman, you couldn't make a baby. What I also want to say real quick before we get off the phone is...
Let her have her
Caller,
piece.
don't leave.
Because she going to hang up anyway. Let her have her piece. Go ahead,
No, I'm not
baby.
hanging up, but I just wanted to say this to Corey. I wanted to thank you because you gave me an idea for my class. I take a public speaking class, and we had to do a persuasive speech to the class to persuade them to agree with me. So I decided to do that. Feminism has ruined the American family, which is something that you mentioned a couple weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
And most of the class didn't like it. I have a lot of lesbians in my class, a lot of single women. They didn't appreciate it. They thought I was a traitor. The guys gave me high fives. But so I did not persuade the class. But it was a great topic. I researched it. My teacher liked it. I got a 92, so thank you.
One quick question. As you were speaking a minute ago, you coupled women and men in a way that got me wondering, were you talking about a guy going in a guy as a substitute for having...
For not making babies?
Yeah. Did you say that?
Yes, I did.
What did you mean by that?
She was joking.
Well, I was meaning that men know how babies are made just as well as women. So if you know you don't want this ratchet bitch to have your child, no matter what she's telling you, wear protection.
But what
Can I, okay, let me say this, though. So let me say
at
this,
a
please.
Fortune 500 company.
This is a black woman we talking to, right?
Yeah.
I am black.
Okay, I want you to know this and swallow this because this is real. The only bargaining chips you have with your bastard baby, not you, but I'm talking about women who get in this position, is to run to the man who is going to orchestrate the chaos between you, your baby, and his father. And if you can live with that, you're really not fit to have a baby. That's what I would say to a woman.
Wow.
She's not fit to have a baby. If you need to go to the people who kidnapped you and brought you here as slaves to regulate your family, that shows
Well, I wouldn't have to
something's
go to
wrong.
them if the man who took the chance of fucking me would take responsibility because he knows that this is how creation.
You have responsibility.
She's right.
Even though he don't want it. You don't want it. That one night he wanted this ass.
No. You have responsibility confused into thinking that somebody owes you something. The only thing that you get is what the white man regulates your way. But the truth is, if that dude don't give a fuck about you and you made a bad choice with who you fuck, basically, you, your child, and that man will be three strangers in this world.
No, but see, this is where she's right. Yes, he's responsible as a man.
For what?
We are social. Let me explain. We are socialized to take responsibility for everything that we do. However, this is where women get it twisted. Women think responsibility is a one-way street. You don't hear men saying, handle your responsibility, talking to them about raising the children. But you do hear women flipping it on men saying, this is your responsibility all the time. Listen, it's our responsibility. You chose to fuck me raw. I chose to fuck you raw. But at the end of the day, it's your body. And you make the final call on that.
Zoe, I understand what you're saying, but this is what is being lost in translation. Mm-hmm. Women are only talking about money that will be deducted from a man's income and way of life when they say handle your responsibility, because any woman with common sense knows if that man ain't got no connection to you, he is not going to be around you and your bastard baby.
So you're right, but what you're saying, and the sister I would like to hear her opinion on this, basically having babies for a lot of sisters in America is like having a job. It's like getting a job. Because they know whether this man is working, the system is going to work. Either the man is going to work for me or the system's going to work for me. One or the other is going to put something into my pocket, and I'm going to use the child as a pawn to that end. And a lot of sisters are doing that. If you go to a family court, you see them hustling this system as soon as the doors open until they close. This is what they do.
This is in my phone before you said that. It's a T-shirt that I'm making. The T-shirt says, mental and vaginal coaching available, ladies. Call 1-800-YO-FO. Operators are waiting.
1-800-YO-FO!
Because your way ain't working. That's my next T-shirt. It's my next T-shirt.
Hey, I want us to have a civil discussion at some point about the word responsibility.
Yeah.
Because this is getting all of us in trouble. And I'm talking collectively.
So did you want her to respond? I don't know.
Well, what I did want to say real quick is that I know some trifling bras. My brother who watches this show, who put me onto the show, his baby mother, everything she ever bought for my niece in the past 18 years, she kept a receipt and demanded the money back from him, or she was going to put him on child support. He had a real good job. She always threatened to put him on child support, so he gave her whatever she wanted. And now he's so sick about it. He's so sick. He got 3 kids. He stayed with her. They're not married, but he paid all this money in child support now because he finally had the nerve to leave her alone because he really didn't want to be with her. But he kept fucking with her and kept making babies and kept complaining about the child support. I'm like, well, why do you keep fucking with her?
Because he's stupid.
I didn't understand that.
Listen, we stupid.
But that's not the only problem. That's not the bigger problem is how much input did he have in their lives? In terms of where they went to school, what they
a lot of women don't care about that. Those are the real currencies you talking about.
That's what I mean about responsibility.
But a lot of women don't care about that.
Well, that's responsible.
A lot of women only care about that check they get, and that's being enforced.
That's why they won't give me a job at a college, because I can teach men how to deal with them situations. Because if your woman is on the other side of the law, she does not have the bargaining chips that she has if she's not a felon. You have to put her in the felony category.
That's where the dope in the car came from.
Right. Your bitch must be made a felon. That's how you get control. And I don't know why men...
She must be made a felon.
She must be made a felon.
How do we go about making her a felon?
There are thousands of ways to make bitches felons.
Expound on it, brother.
Making a woman a felon, all you got to do... By the way, thanks, caller. All you got to do is just email me at A New Way to Motivate. We can come together with a creative way to put your bitch
in a case,
in a jail cell,
in a felony situation, so that your child can be safe with you. And that's what's real. That's what's real. I'm sorry it hurt. I'm sorry it don't sound right. But if you ain't got the balls to put a felony on your bitch, then you deserve to pay all of that money and be extorted by the woman who has your seed dripping out of her.
Wow.
How about that?
Are we taking a break and then we coming back with the callers?
We'll be right back.
Jesus. 5150.
My homeboy. Hey, check this out. This is how we finna do this, man. We got callers on the line. We want to get these callers in. Callers, when we get you on the phone, we're not trying to rush you to fuck off, but we are trying to get all these callers on. So when I get you on the line,
no mumbling.
Yeah.
Right, get it in. Yeah. Get it in. Yeah. Say what's on your mind.
Talk to us like we ADD.
You ready? All right. 5150 show. Who this?
Hey, this is Pac.
What's up, man?
Hey, look, man, this is Mr. Packer from PNP Photography in Richmond, Virginia. We loved you at the Funny Bone a couple weeks ago. All 12 of us was there. We love you, man. Hey, so, I love you too, man. I love your vocabulary, man. But look, I want to touch on something real quick. A lot of things you be saying about reading books and everything about different things is fantastic. But we got a lot of African-American women that degree, which is nothing but a receipt for time spent, they don't want to listen to the brothers. In the books, they take them and put them in their own interpretation. A lot of us need to listen to Dr. Ray Hagen and deactivating your willing chip. Instead of reading the book and interpret it the way you want to interpret, you can actually find out how to deactivate your willing chip.
Okay.
Because these brothers out here, these sisters out here, once they get that degree, they feel they don't need us for nothing because that is a part of the program they put us on. And cats don't be understanding. And when they read it in the book, they put in their own interpretation, so no lesson is ever learned. Are you following what I'm saying?
Yeah. Somebody said, you sound like Magic Johnson.
The dude on the phone.
What?
You sound like Magic Johnson.
All right.
Hey, man, we be having some.
But yeah, like,
unbelievable.
Right. Hey, no, we get it, man. That was a good point, man. Thanks for the call, brother. Thanks for the call. For
Sound
real.
like he said, stop reading and go listen to Ray Hagen. Okay. I fucks with Ray Hagen.
We got the next
too.
call on. Hey, next caller. What's up? This the 5150 show,
Tell
man.
people to read. That's evil. Okay.
Hey, this Music Man 82 again. I was just letting you know, man, that was some jealous shit them dark-skinned motherfuckers were doing to that light-skinned girl with good hair and shit. You know what that was about.
Yeah, that's real shit, man. Them
Good
bitches
catch.
was hating and everybody saw it. Yeah. I want to say to that girl out there, if somehow this message get to you, your pussy is an evil trap for the world. All right, we out.
Who's next?
Right, next caller. Thanks, brother, for calling. Hey, what's up? This the 5150 show. Hey, get it in. Say your name. Go in.
That was good, man. This is Ronan.
What's up, brother Ronan?
I'm chilling, man. Just want to say what's up, you, Zoe, and Bobby. And I've seen that little video, and there's no excuse for no pussy mismanagement out here. I mean, there's some tender dick dudes out there fucking up and fucking with these kids. But once you have conception, it's really the woman's fault. So, hey, that's just the whole thing. Hey, if you get mad, then fuck you.
That's what's up, man. Thanks for the call, brother. All right. He says it's the woman's fault, man. So you said men have.
No, I say women have the final say. It's not the woman's fault. You can't. That's no. It's not.
It's not the woman's fault for having the baby.
No.
Knowing that you don't give a fuck about her.
First off, 50% of the things that happen to you happen because of your thought process, and 50% of the things that happen to you happens in spite of that. So you can't say it's 100% your fault or her fault, but she does have final say because it's her body. It's both of your fault for engaging in irresponsible sex. And if the stat says 85% of all unprotected sex results in pregnancy, then nigga, no, 85 times out of 100, you're only going to get away with it 15 times.
So would you agree with most
that's for both of them.
Most bitches have babies as punishment for fucking them?
Wow.
You never thought of that, did you?
That's terrible, man.
But what is it? Okay.
God damn.
That's your emotional feel for it. What do you think about it? As far as it goes without the emotion, do you think that's a fair statement or no? Most bitches have babies as punishment for you fucking them.
No, I think a lot of times it's a trap situation. They're trying to keep you, or they're fucking your potential. This will be my insurance. You know what I mean? I think this guy
validity for fucking you.
Yeah, I think it's about attachment. It's about latching on to whatever.
All this dick I done got, I need something to show. That I've been fucking, and I choose you to show your child.
Wow. That's crazy.
So
that's
you ain't never think of that.
What else we got on the line?
That's
here,
interesting. Hey, that was an interesting little curveball.
This is the 5150 show.
Keep it short.
Who did?
Josh.
What's up, brother Josh?
Man, Corey, I'm cooling, man. What's up, Zoe? What's up, OG Bobby?
Hey.
But, I'm calling y'all from Rochester, New York, upstate.
What you got?
But, Buffalo ain't too far away. But either way, I just want to get in and say that I agree about the bitches trapping niggas, man. I just tell dudes to strap up because once you get her pregnant, really can't do shit. I'm not trying to push her down the stairs or nothing, so... I fuck with y'all hard. I just always listen. Happy I got through, but that's it. I kept it short.
That's what's up, man. We appreciate that. But what he said is something that we need to talk about because The easy thing is to put on a condom, well, you don't have to worry about that. But the truth is, people give in to the natural feel of pussy. It is some serious shit. Crack,
heroin
ain't got nothing on a healthy heterosexual man urge to push up and feel the wet, warm heat of a bad bitch.
It's true.
It has nothing on it.
Nothing. True. Nothing.
You cannot stop this urge. Even when he's by the rubber. I done bought rubbers and fuck with them in my pocket. Put it all on the line, knowing that this bitch don't mean me no good. So what that brother said was short and sweet, but it was real.
Yeah, and women do the same thing, vice versa. That's why I say you can't say it's the woman at fault. Yeah. It's two people doing an irresponsible act. We just got to go with that. Caller, keep it short.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, Corey, man? It's Mike from D.C., man.
What
Once
up?
again, man, back on 5150, man.
That's what up, D.C. What up, man?
Hey, what's up, Zoe? What's up, Bobby, man?
What up, bro?
Hey, so I'm going to make it short, though, man. But I feel y'all topic, man. But I just want to say, like, the only thing I think a man is in control if he's dating a woman with kids, but he doesn't have kids with her. Because then on that, if you look at it like that, she's going to look at it like, oh, well, she needs him because he's taking care of kids that's not his. And so, like, she's going to be like, well, he can leave me anytime she wants. I mean, anytime he wants. That's the only time a man's going to be in control with a woman with kids, with baggage. But, like, if she has a man who she has kids with, and she's going to hold him like, well, if he's not going to stay with me, I'm going to deliver him to the courthouse. So, like, yeah, I just think that's the only way a man going to be in control of this situation. He's with a woman.
That don't sound right to me for some reason.
But that's not his.
I feel you. No, that's an opinion.
Like
Thanks for the call, brother. Thanks for the call.
That sounded like a goddamn excuse for men. Men don't need excuses. If you fucking a woman and you don't have on a condom, understand the risks that come with that, period. And be a man and accept your responsibility.
But what is the responsibility?
The responsibility is, A, if the bitch got an STD, so do you. The responsibility is...
That ain't always true.
Hey,
I know
nigga,
that for a fact.
But I'm just saying, you rolling the dice, though.
Yeah.
You rolling the dice. So whatever number it lands on, accept your number.
But
now,
is that really responsibility or something else?
But that is responsibility because guess what? Responsibility is about quality choices and then accepting the repercussions of whatever choice you make.
What is the definition of responsibility?
That's what we having trouble
Take
with.
ownership.
Take ownership?
To be responsible is to claim ownership.
Well, then that's why we need to have that universally understood, because if it's my baby, then I get to decide whether you have it or not.
But you have no rights.
Then
You know what I mean?
No. It's not my baby as the man's baby. It's our baby as the two people who laid the fuck down irresponsibly and created it.
But Zoe, that just sound good. The truth is... this is the truth. The truth is, when you fucking a bitch raw, you got to be prepared to do some G shit if it go bad. That's just the motherfucking
What's
truth.
the G shit?
Hey,
Go
G shit, it ain't no one thing to G shit. But
just one G example.
Dope in the car.
I'm just saying, you might be able to talk a bitch who really wanted to have your baby into killing it. I mean, having an abortion. Most bitches to do it if you give them a G. I'm talking about like bitches, the average bitch with a job who work, got a car note. When you give a bitch a G, she'll kill a baby because she don't know if she gonna get something or if she not gonna get something, or the situation might call for you to do some more shit. But heavy. The point is, you got to be prepared. I'm talking about real men out there.
You saying something heavy.
To do some G shit to save yourself from the headache of writing 20% of your hustle toward the bitch.
Let me ask you this question, because you just posed something very, very poignant. Callers 323-965-1600. Say you got means, like a Bill Gates or somebody really rich, Jay-Z, you get a bitch pregnant, can you buy her off to get the abortion?
I have paid.
And women out there, would you? What is your price?
Yes, I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about the average bitch. I'm not talking about a professional gold digging hustling bitch who done got Jay-Z.
I'm talking about the average
who pregnant
girl.
by Jay-Z. She not gonna get rid of the baby. You got to get rid of the bitch. You got to, because she.
What are you advocating?
Getting rid of the bitch.
How do you do that?
Hey man, there's all kinds of ways to get rid of the bitch. But I'm just saying.
Are you insinuating some nefarious plan?
No, what I'm saying is, it's not foul when you say abortion when you talking about a baby. But when you talking about abortion toward a bitch, all of a sudden you evil. Really, it should be the other way around. Abort the bitch and keep the baby instead of aborting the baby and keeping the bitch.
Didn't you say if a speaker, what was it?
I said if a speaker was in a bitch womb, you would hear the awful tragedies that go on in the black community all the time. You'll hear, Mama! Mama, that shit! Yeah, I'm being real. It's fucked up. But nobody, and they act like you an evil motherfucker when you say abort the bitch. I'd rather see a bitch get aborted than a baby get aborted. I'm on record for saying that. All the bitches who at the abortion clinic, it should be a choice. Do you want to keep the baby or the bitch? Watch how many babies walk out of there with their daddy holding them.
Wait, let me ask you again. What does it sound like in the womb?
That's what it sounds like. And we making fun of it, but I have never aborted a baby. The bitches abort the babies. So now they want to, I know they trying to find a way to make it seem like I'm the villain, but bitch, if you aborted a baby, you shouldn't be marching for dog rights or none of that shit.
Right.
You are a murderer of your own.
Crying when your kitten dies, you know, what?
You're going to be trying to play it off on Judgment Day when God looking at you like, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. You're like, what are you talking about? You killed 5 of mine. That's what God goes. A lot of women that had so many abortions, they can't have no more.
Wow.
They womb look like a tug-of-war rope made out of licorice.
Man, we got sick.
It's a lot of dumbass men out here who get talked into getting snipped. You know, getting their shit, the vasectomy or whatever, and then the bitch leave them, and she still got a working womb. If a bitch talk you into a vasectomy and she leave with a working womb, you should be able to yank her womb out and use it as fish bait. Catch all the catfish in the world, them bottom dwelling ass fish. Them the only ones gonna eat it. Them scavengers eat your bottom dwelling ass womb.
Come on, let's take a couple more callers. We got
classic Corey Holcomb this week.
Hey, 5150 show. Hi.
What up, Corey, man?
What up, Joe? You all right?
Hey, what's up, Zoe? What's up, Bobby?
What up, man? Hey.
Hey, y'all motherfuckers wild tonight, man. But, hey, I gotta say, I gotta agree. I'm totally agreeing with what Zoe's saying right now, man. It's up to that lady to let you in her pussy raw, and it's up to that lady to keep that baby or not.
Yeah.
But it's also up to the man, too.
What is up to the man?
It's up to the man, but we gonna be men anyway. Like a piece of like, I know when I was 21, I didn't know what the fucking condom was.
But being a man is also being responsible. You responsible for your dick. And if you put it in a hole you don't know shit about, you're responsible for whatever repercussions come from that too. It ain't just her.
But the law has written repercussions that work as her lawyer, not as yours.
You're right. There is a victimhood shelter that's inbuilt in American society. Again, a patriarchy can't have a suppressed woman unless she subscribes to victimhood mentality. That's the only way she can run to him and say, help me.
Well, hey, Zoe, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
How many times have you raw dogged the bitch? She told you can't fuck.
I don't understand the question. Somebody help me. What does
Pretty much, it's up to them to let us in or not. Unless you're going to rape the bitch.
Right.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. How many times has she allowed me to put my penis in her raw
Yeah.
That's something we agree on. If I'm with a woman, see, I'm with a certain type of woman, though. I'm not with a bootleg ass Thelma Evans or some shit. I'm with a whole different kind of get down. So when we get to a space where it's raw sex, it's because we've agreed on that, and we understand the repercussions that comes from that.
Okay. All right. So
that's some grown man shit, though.
All right. Hey, I got one more thing before I get off. Are y'all up to what happened to Brian Banks and that lousy bitch?
Who is Brian Banks?
Brian Banks was the kid in high school who had the scholarship to USC and he went to jail for 5 years. All right. I just feel since y'all was talking about lousy bitches earlier, I think that's the lousiest bitch out right now.
Not really. She's not even in the top 2,000. But anyway, we appreciate it. No, man, it's been some horrible things that just never make the news.
I think she in the top. I think she in the top 10 in America because she was a black woman and she knew what she was doing and she took money from the school as well and she basically she raped the system. She raped that man, and you never hear about it. Like it's not news like on Oprah. Oprah won't have his story, but he'll have a bitch play victim on. She'll have a bitch play victim on her show. You see what I mean? So I know what you're saying, brother.
Well, she knows how to cater to her audience for sure.
Yeah, she's a hustling ass bitch though. But if I say that, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But it's the goddamn on point truth.
We got a couple more. Can we get one more too?
Thanks, caller.
Keep it short, callers.
5150 show, go in.
Hello. Next.
Keep it pushing.
Next dollar, that one didn't want to dance.
Hey, what's up? This is the 5150 show. Who that?
They got cut off or some shit?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Oh, yeah. The main problem is, like Farrakhan was saying, man, women run game since generation to generation. As they speak to one another, they send information, they receive information. We as men, we just pick up the game when we turn, in our teens or whatever, and that's the case. But for the most part, a woman teaches a nation. And they keep running it and running it and running it and running it and running it. Even when you get married, they still run the game. We think the game over.
That's right.
All right, we take that.
Bro, we hate to cut you off, but we only got like a few more minutes of the show. But a woman does run a nation. That's why the courts have given her, made sure she understands she has the power to basically prosecute you as a man. And it hurts the black community more than any other community when the woman, who in most cases are lost, who grew up twerking in a pamper, can run to the authorities and say, without the man having a say in what happened.
Well, we saw evidence tonight where that has taken us in totality because, boy, this is a ball of confusion.
But you know what? Men cannot use women, the thing that you just described, men can't use that as an excuse to not still be responsible for what we do.
Of course
That's
not.
how we change the culture of men.
Of course not, but we don't have an enemy to run to prosecute our women. Nor do we think like that.
But that should make us more conscientious as opposed to less.
I don't understand.
In other words, if you know fucking with trifling bitches is going to lead you to the white judicial system, tread carefully. Most of us tread irresponsibly.
Everybody, I'm not making no excuses because what you said is right, but they understand that everybody does not have the willpower, does not have the mental capability to do what they need to do, to not fall into the traps that are set in society.
I got it.
Hey, where you at this week, Carl? Because we got 30 seconds, maybe.
Oh, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling this week. But I'm doing Ricky Smiley's TV show. I'm going to film it on Monday in Atlanta, and we're going to have a ball because they're going to let me be myself. I'm going on the show as Corey Holcomb.
What show is that going to be, on TV One or something?
I think that's TV One where he does his show.
Are you going to be a regular on there?
I don't know about that. I'm doing something on the show this week, so I hope it goes well.
I do too, man. Shit, yeah. At Glanton Smith, www.realmendon'tplay.com. What you got, Zo?
Yo, follow me on Twitter right now at Z.O. Williams. At Z.O. Williams. And of course, I'm here every Thursday morning from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The Zo What Morning Show.
That's
Dr.
Tuesday,
Mark
man.
Goulston and Jeff Brown every Tuesday. Me and Corey got Tuesdays on lock over here at RMC.
Yeah, you can get at me on Twitter at @theCoreyHolcomb on Twitter and comment on anything you heard tonight. We got to go. Thank y'all for listening. All the women who are offended at the things I said, who have aborted a baby, bitch, kill yourself.
And save the baby.
Right, save the baby. Let them yank the baby out you and throw you down the blender. All right. Later.